हेलो माय टेस्टिंग, हेलो हेलो। या डॉक्टर आशुतोष गुप्त जी अगर यहाँ पे कहीं हो तो आ जाएं प्लीज। डॉक्टर आशुतोष गुप्त प्लीज। डॉक्टर आशुतोष गुप्त। स्क्रिप्ट कहाँ है? मेरे पास स्क्रिप्ट दे दो जरा, स्क्रिप्ट दे, सुनो जरा। काम ही खराब हो गया। मैं बोलूँ क्या? रात को तो आ गया था उसका। बाहर खड़ी हूँ। क्या बात कर रहे हो? बाहर खड़ी होने का मतलब ही नहीं है। मैं तो दिखा था लेटेस्ट 22 तक पहुँच जाए, 8 तक पहुँच जाए। मैंने सर को बोला तो है। सर कुछ कर रहे हैं हम?
आदेशु पयोदिव्यन्तरिक्षे पयोदाः पयस्त्वति ॐ द्योः शान्ति अन्तरिक्षगं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्ति रापः शान्तिः अखुदय शान्ति शान्तिरेव सामा शान्तिरिधि ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितरदुरितानि पराशुभः जगभद्रम् अन्नाशुभः ओम शांतिर्भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मां कस्यचित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः सुशान्तिर्भवतु इष्टदेवताभ्यो नमः हस्त प्रक्षालन चलना पड़ेगा सर हस्त प्रक्षालनम यातः इधर हाथ बंद करना है सर जल पीना है विष्णु विष्णु हरि हरि विष्णु विष्णु हरि हरि फिर हाथ छाल देना है सर जी हस्त प्रक्षालनम यातः ओम हस्त प्रक्षालनम यात विष्णु विष्णु हरि हरि विष्णु विष्णु जलपान करना है आचमन फिर हाथ छाल देना है सर जी ओम श्री विष्णु विष्णु हरि 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 विष्णुर्विष्णुर्हरिर्हरिः। फिर हाथ साल लेना है सर जी, हस्त प्रक्षालनम कुर्यातः। विष्णुर्विष्णुर्हरिर्हरि ओम विष्णुर्विष्णुर्हरिर्हरिः। पुनः हस्त प्रक्षालनम कुर्यातः। ओम सिद्धं सिद्धं पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थां गतो विवा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं सभायाभ्यन्तरे शुचिः। भगवान पुण्डरीकाक्षः पुनातुं शरीरं किंचित्वा पाद्यं समर्पयामि नमः। दिए की तरफ थोड़ा जल चढ़ाइए सर जी। दीपनाथ भैरवाय नमः। रोली अक्षत्राणि है सर। गंधम समर्पयामि नमः। चावल अक्षतान् समर्पयामि नमः। लंबोदरम परमसुंदरमेकदंतं रक्तांतदीर्घनयनं परमं पवित्रं उद्यत कपित्थजम्बू फलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं। गणपते नमः। श्री विष्णुर्विष्णुर्हरिर्हरि किल्ले नौ सर्दी नमः परमात्मने। श्री पुराण शुक्ल पक्षे शुक्ले अष्टम्यां स्वपुण्य इदम उद्घाटन कार्यक्रम तथा दीक्षांत समारोह संस्कार कर्म महं करिष्ये। गंधम मग्वं शनाते अप्रचतां परुषाय गंधस्तु मदाय रसोच्युताः। ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षुर्यजत्राः स्त्रैरंगे जी सर थोड़े लगा रहा हूँ। गंधम मग्वं शनाते मैंने इसलिए पहले पूछ दिया था। भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षुर्यजत्राः स्त्रैरंगे पुष्ट्वाग्वं सस्तनो दिव्यसे महिदेव हितं यदायु। तलावा बांधू तलावा बांधू ठीक है। ओम आप ओम आयु रक्षत बाराही धर्मं रक्षत वैष्णवी यशः कीर्ति गोत्रं रक्षन्तु सर्वदा। ओम आयु रक्षत बाराही धर्मं रक्षत वैष्णवी यशः कीर्ति गोत्रं रक्षन्तु सर्वदा गोत्रं रक्षन्तु सर्वदा। ओम तेन बद्धो बलिराजा दानवेन्दु महाबला तेन त्वां प्रत्यम्बकनामि रक्षेमाचलमाचलः। प्रथमं शैलपुत्रीं द्वितीयं ब्रह्मचारिणीं तृतीयं चन्द्रघण्टेति कूष्माण्डेति चतुर्थकं पंचमं स्कन्धमातेति षष्ठं कात्यायनी सप्तमं कालरात्रीति महागौरी चाष्टमं नवमं सिद्धिधात्री च नवदुर्गा प्रकीर्तिताः। उक्तानि तानि नामानि ब्रह्मण्येव महात्मनः श्रीविष्णुर्विष्णुर्नमः श्रीपुराणपुरुषोत्तमाय विष्णुराज्ञां प्रवर्तमानस्य अद्य श्रीब्राह्मणद्वितीयपरार्धे मासानां मासोत्तमे मासे मार्गशीर्ष मासे शुक्लपक्षे शुक्ली अष्टम्यां तिथ्योत्तमायां भगवान उत्तराखंड राज्यांतर्गत श्रीनगर गर्भस्थली भगवती श्री यंत्र मध्ये अस्मिन् समये 84 मंडलांतर्गत सूरीदेवी सन्निधौ गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालयस्य प्रेक्षागृहे उद्घाटन कार्याणान्तर्गत तथा दीक्षांत समारोह मध्ये सर्वे परिवारजनानां बंधुवर्गाणां कर्मचारी वर्गाणां स्वयं जन्मराशिकस्य अपना नाम ले लीजिए सर जी। जन्मराशिकस्य अस्मिन् द्वारायाम् इदं कार्य प्रारंभांतर्गत नारिकेल फलम इसमें दोनों में चढ़ाइए सर। पूजनमहं जी अभी पटा
अरे इनोवेशन भी हो जाएगा ये भी
कैसा दिया है इसमें जी। ओम भद्रं भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयामदेव भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः त्रैरङ्गे स्वादं आत्मनो भक्ति करना है। देवानां यथा सदमिदवृद्धे असन्नः प्रायुः।
A very good morning to all of you. I, Shweta Verma, Department of History and Archaeology, on behalf of HEMVATI NANDAN BAHUGUNA GARHWAL University, welcome all the deans of various school, Dean Student Welfare, Pro Vice Chancellor HNB Garhwal University, Vice Chancellor of Indian Himalayan Central Universities Consortium and their representatives, Registrar, Proctor, Examination Controller, Director of Chauras, Pauri and Tiri campuses, Head of the various departments, Convener of the various convocation committees, Chief Hostel Warden, Coordinator of 10th Convocation Professor Y.P. Ravani, faculty members, dear students, administrative staff, members of media and all the respected guests present with us. We also welcome our newly elected student leaders of all the 3 campuses to represent the students' fraternity. It really gives an immense pleasure to welcome all who have joined us through online and offline mode on the 10th convocation of the university. The theme of this convocation is Implementation of New Education Policy 2020. So once again, I put forth my humble request to all the members of this learned assembly present in the auditorium. Please put your device on switched off mode during the entire ceremony. Respected members who have joined online are further requested to please keep your mic on mute for a smooth flow of live streaming to avoid any kind of background noise. The convocation ceremony will officially start sharply at 10:10 a.m. Thank you for your patience.
नमस्कार, मैं हिमशिखा गोसाई, वानिकी एवं प्राकृतिक संसाधन विभाग, हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा गढ़वाल केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय के 10वें दीक्षांत समारोह के अवसर पर सभागार में उपस्थित सभी सम्मानित अतिथिगण, भारतीय हिमालय विश्वविद्यालय संघ के सभी माननीय कुलपति, प्रतिकुलपति, हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा गढ़वाल केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय, विभिन्न संकायों के संकाय अध्यक्ष, छात्रावास अधीक्षक, अधिष्ठाता छात्र कल्याण, कुल सचिव, नियंता, निदेशक चौरास, पौड़ी और टिहरी परिसर, समस्त विभागों के विभाग अध्यक्ष, 10वें दीक्षांत समारोह के आयोजन समन्वयक प्रोफेसर वाईपी रेवानी, समस्त समितियों के संयोजक, सदस्यगण, शिक्षक, कर्मचारी, मीडिया सदस्य व 10वें दीक्षांत समारोह में उपाधि प्राप्त कर रहे छात्र छात्राएं एवं उनके परिजन, आप सभी का इस दीक्षांत समारोह में हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करती हूं। हमारे बीच गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय के समस्त छात्रों का प्रतिनिधित्व करते हुए श्रीनगर, पौड़ी एवं टिहरी कैंपस के नवनिर्वाचित छात्र पदाधिकारी उपस्थित हैं। आप सभी का इस दीक्षांत समारोह में हार्दिक स्वागत है। 10वीं दीक्षांत समारोह का विषय है नई राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 का कार्यान्वयन। दीक्षांत समारोह की औपचारिक शुरुआत सुबह 10:10 पर होगी। सभागार में उपस्थित सभी अतिथियों से मेरा विनम्र अनुरोध है कि वे कृपया संपूर्ण समारोह के दौरान अपने मोबाइल फोन अनिवार्य रूप से बंद अथवा साइलेंट मोड में रखें। दीक्षांत समारोह में कुल 59 स्वर्ण पदक प्रदान किए जाएंगे और साथ ही एक 10,000 रुपए का नकद पुरस्कार विश्वविद्यालय के तीनों परिसर में MA पत्रकारिता एवं जनसंचार पाठ्यक्रम में सर्वश्रेष्ठ प्रदर्शन के लिए प्रदान किया जाएगा। धन्यवाद।
Chief guest of today's convocation ceremony, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, Chairman of Pehle India Foundation, former Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog, Government of India, will soon grace the occasion. We are also fortunate to have with us the nominee of Honoris Causa, Sri Sohan Lal Ji, who will be conferred upon Honoris Causa in the convocation ceremony today. Chair of today's convocation ceremony, Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Yogendra Narayan, HEMVATI NANDAN BAHUGUNA GARHWAL University. The ceremony will also be graced by Professor Annapurna Nautiyal, Honorable Vice Chancellor, HNB Garhwal University. All the honorable members will grace the dais very soon. Thank you all.
दीक्षांत समारोह के मुख्य अतिथि हैं आदरणीय डॉक्टर राजीव कुमार, अध्यक्ष पहले इंडिया फाउंडेशन एवं पूर्व उपाध्यक्ष नीति आयोग, भारत सरकार। सभागार में उपस्थित सभी अतिथिजन को मुझे यह बताते हुए अत्यंत हर्ष हो रहा है कि विश्वविद्यालय के दीक्षांत समारोह में आज अतिथि है उत्तराखंड के प्रसिद्ध ढोल वादक श्री सोहन लाल जी, जिन्हें संस्कृति एवं लोक संगीत ढोल वादन के क्षेत्र में उत्कृष्ट योगदान के लिए आज डॉक्टर्स ऑफ लेटर्स की मानद उपाधि से सम्मानित किया जाएगा। 10वें दीक्षांत समारोह की अध्यक्षता करेंगे डॉक्टर योगेंद्र नारायण, माननीय कुलाधिपति हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय, और साथ ही दीक्षांत समारोह को सुशोभित करेंगी प्रोफेसर अन्नपूर्णा नौटियाल, माननीय कुलपति महोदया, हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय। धन्यवाद।
It really gives an immense pleasure to welcome Professor Farooq Ahmed Shah, Vice Chancellor, Central University of Kashmir, Mr. Mehrazuddin Mir, former Vice Chancellor of Central University of Kashmir, Professor Rajiv Mohan Pant, Vice Chancellor, Assam University, Silchar, Professor Komal Singh, VC nominee, Sikkim University. We also welcome Dr. Kailachand Sen, Director, Warrior Institute of Himalayan Geology, Dehradun, and Dr. P.C. Nautiyal, Principal Scientist, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, New Delhi. We welcome all the respected guests for this ceremony. We also welcome our academic council members of HNB Garhwal University, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, CSIR IHBT Palampur, Himachal Pradesh. We welcome Dr. Vijay Dhasmana, Vice Chancellor, Swami Rama Himalayan University, Dehradun, Dr. Hemchandra Pandey, Vice Chancellor, HNB Uttarakhand Medical Education University, Dehradun, Professor J.S. Rawat, National Geospatial Chair Professor of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, Dr. Ravindra Kori Shettar, Senior Academic Fellow, Indian Council of Historical Research, New Delhi. We are really very happy to welcome all the academic council members. We also congratulate Professor D.R. Purohit from the entire university family to receive Academic Award of 2021 for his excellence work in the field of folk music and theatre. Heartiest congratulations to you, sir.
दीक्षांत समारोह में हमारे बीच उपस्थित हैं गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय के प्रति कुलपति प्रोफेसर R.C. भट्ट। आपका आज के दीक्षांत समारोह में हार्दिक स्वागत है। हमारे बीच उपस्थित हैं प्रोफेसर लालनदुंगा, कुल सचिव मिजोरम विश्वविद्यालय, डॉक्टर रवि पोखरण, एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर पहले इंडिया फाउंडेशन, डॉक्टर शिव कुमार, कोऑर्डिनेटर पहले इंडिया फाउंडेशन, प्रोफेसर राजीव मोहन पंत, कुलपति असम विश्वविद्यालय, श्री अनूप नोटियाल, सोशल डेवलपमेंट फॉर कम्युनिटी एसडीसी फाउंडेशन के संस्थापक, प्रोफेसर कोमल सिंह, अर्थशास्त्र विभाग सिक्किम विश्वविद्यालय, डॉक्टर संजय कुमार, वरिष्ठ वैज्ञानिक, डॉक्टर सुखविंदर सिंह एवं श्री रॉबिन जोशी, CSIR इंस्टीट्यूट IHBT पालमपुर। मैं आप सभी का पूरे विश्वविद्यालय परिवार की ओर से इस 10वें दीक्षांत समारोह में हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करती हूँ। साथ ही हमारे बीच उपस्थित हैं प्रोफेसर विनोद नोटियाल, प्रोफेसर AN पुरोहित, प्रोफेसर MSM रावत, प्रोफेसर SP काला, श्री HM नेथानी एवं प्रोफेसर SC बागड़ी। आप सभी का इस दीक्षांत समारोह में विश्वविद्यालय परिवार की ओर से हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन है। हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय की कार्यकारिणी समिति के सदस्य हैं विजिटर नॉमिनी प्रोफेसर सुमित्रा कुकरेती, प्रतिकुलपति इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय नई दिल्ली, प्रोफेसर राजकुमार, कुलपति पंजाब विश्वविद्यालय चंडीगढ़, प्रोफेसर दिनेश कुमार नौरियाल जी, भूतपूर्व कुलपति कुमाऊं विश्वविद्यालय, डॉक्टर कैलाश चंद्र शर्मा और साथ ही प्रोफेसर YP रेवानी, प्रोफेसर जय सिंह चौहान, प्रोफेसर SK गुप्ता, प्रोफेसर MMS रौथान, डॉक्टर इंदिरा सिंह, डॉक्टर DP जमोला, डॉक्टर आरती दीक्षित। दीक्षांत समारोह में आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन है। साथ ही मुझे बताते हुए यह अत्यंत हर्ष हो रहा है कि प्रोफेसर DR पुरोहित, जिन्हें अकादमिक पुरस्कार 2021 में लोक संगीत एवं रंगमंच के क्षेत्र में उत्कृष्ट प्रदर्शन के लिए प्रदान किया गया है, महोदय आपको विश्वविद्यालय परिवार की ओर से हार्दिक बधाई एवं शुभकामनाएं।
The celebration of Golden Jubilee of an institution is a great event in the history of that institution. Likewise, the celebration of Golden Jubilee of HNB Garhwal University is of greater importance and joy. On the auspicious occasion of this convocation ceremony, this day is special for all as we are celebrating our Golden Jubilee year of the university, established on 1st December 1973 along a historical movement for imparting higher education in Garhwal region of Uttarakhand. And in cusp of consummating its long and arduous journey of 50 years through a Golden Jubilee celebration, since its epochal founding, the university will display a documentary foregrounding the university's transformation into a central university in the last 5 decades of its hard-won existence. These creative projects aim to honor all the illustrious people who have contributed immensely to realize this dream, especially for the region's youth who were once deprived of higher education opportunities of Garhwal remote location. They also provide an opportunity to reflect on the past achievements of the universities as well as the introspect on the preparation to meet the challenges that lie ahead. And to mark this celebration more meaningful and remembrance today, and in the honor of our history and tradition, university will be released a book on the unsung heroes of Uttarakhand entitled Swadhinta ke Gumnaam Nayak, Garhwal Sambhag Part 1, written by Professor Rajpal Singh Negi and Dr. Surendra Bisht, Department of History and Archaeology. Reports of the 5 thematic studies by Indian Himalayan Central Universities Consortium, and a teaser entitled A Golden Journey of HNB Garhwal University for commencing the Golden Jubilee year of the university. Thank you all.
किसी भी संस्था का स्वर्ण जयंती समारोह उस संस्थान के इतिहास की एक महत्वपूर्ण उपलब्धि होती है। 10वें दीक्षांत समारोह के शुभ अवसर पर यह दिन हम सभी के लिए विशेष है, क्योंकि आज हम उत्तराखंड के गढ़वाल क्षेत्र में उच्च शिक्षा प्रदान करने के लिए एक लंबे ऐतिहासिक आंदोलन के बाद 1 दिसंबर वर्ष 1973 को स्थापित गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय के स्वर्ण जयंती वर्ष में प्रवेश कर रहे हैं। अपनी ऐतिहासिक स्थापना के बाद से इस अवसर पर स्वर्ण जयंती समारोह के माध्यम से 50 वर्षों की अपनी लंबी यात्रा को प्रदर्शित करने के लिए विश्वविद्यालय द्वारा 10वें दीक्षांत समारोह में एक वृत्तचित्र अ गोल्डन जर्नी ऑफ HNB गढ़वाल यूनिवर्सिटी का सारांश प्रस्तुत किया जाएगा। इसका उद्देश्य उन सभी प्रतिष्ठित लोगों को सम्मानित करना है जिन्होंने अपने सपनों को साकार करने के लिए विशेष रूप से क्षेत्र के युवाओं के लिए योगदान दिया है, जो कभी गढ़वाल के दूरस्थ स्थान में उच्च शिक्षा के अवसरों से वंचित थे। यह अवसर विश्वविद्यालय की पिछली उपलब्धियों को प्रतिबिंबित करने के साथ साथ आने वाली चुनौतियों
academic heads of the institution and our honorable guests have arrived at the venue and moving ahead for the inauguration of the 3 newly constructed building of FDC, Women's Hostel and Canteen Hall of Pauri campus, and soon the procession enter into the hall. So it's my request to all the respected student to please welcome our convocation procession with full of joy and clapping once the procession is stepped into the hall. So it's my humble request to all the members of this learned assembly present in the auditorium, please put your cell phone on switched off mode during the entire ceremony. And respected members who have joined online are further requested to put your mic on mute to avoid any kind of distraction. Thank you.
दसवें दीक्षांत समारोह में हमारे मुख्य अतिथि डॉक्टर राजीव कुमार अपनी धर्मपत्नी डॉक्टर विनीता शंकर के साथ पहुंच चुके हैं।
Now we request you all to kindly stand up at their place and welcome the convocation procession. As our procession is entering into the hall, so please put your hand together to welcome our convocation procession. We have with us in our academic procession Registrar Dr. Ajay Kumar Khanduri, HNB Garhwal University, Director of SRT Campus, Director of BGJR Campus, and Director of Chauras Campus, followed by our academic council members and executive council members. Moving ahead with us, deans of 11 schools of universities, followed by our special guest, Sri Sohan Lalji, renowned dhol maestro. And chief guest of the ceremony, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, former Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog, Government of India. Followed by Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Yogendra Narayan, and Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Annapurna Nautiyal. We have with us our Executive Council members, Professor Dinesh Kumar Nauriyal, former Vice Chancellor, Kumaon University, and Dr. Kailash Chandra Sharma, Chancellor nominee. Dean Professor Y.P. Rewani, Professor Jai Singh Chauhan, Professor S.K. Gupta, Professor M.M.S. Rothand, Dr. Indira Singh, Dr. D.P. Chamola, Professor Sumitra Kukreti, Pro Vice Chancellor, Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi, Professor Rajkumar, Vice Chancellor, Punjab University, Chandigarh, Dr. Aarti Dikshit, and the coordinators of the 10th convocation ceremony. We also welcome our AC members, all deans of school, dean of students' welfare, proctors, and head of the departments of the university. Thank you all. Namaskar and very good morning to all the dignitaries, guests and dear students. I, Shweta Verma, along with my co-anchor Himshikha Gosai, on behalf of the entire HEMVATI Nandan Bahuguna Garhwal University fraternity, welcome you all to the 10th convocation of the university. I extend my heartfelt thanks to each and everyone for joining us today to witness this convocation ceremony. This day is special for the university fraternity and particularly for the students who have been anxiously waiting for this eventful day. We are indeed honored to have the gracious presence of Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, Chairman of Pehle India Foundation, former Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog, for the 10th convocation of HNB Garhwal University. We extend our warm welcome to you, sir, and extend our gratitude to you for giving your valuable time for being the part of this convocation. So now I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to kindly offer a planter to our Chief Guest. We also fortunate to have with us our special guest of the ceremony, Sri Sohan Lalji, a renowned dhol artist of Uttarakhand, for his immense contribution in the field of playing and promoting folk musical instrument, dhol, and also for preserving and popularizing the dying art alive and operational. He will be conferred upon honoris causa today. So I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to kindly offer a planter to our special guest of the ceremony. It's my privilege to welcome Dr. Yogendra Narayanji, retired IAS and Honorable Chancellor, HNB Garhwal University, who will be presiding over the session. I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to kindly offer a planter to our Chancellor, Dr. Yogendra Narayanji. We also extend our warm welcome to Professor Annapurna Nautiyal, Honorable Vice Chancellor, HEMVATI Nandan Bahuguna Garhwal University. We also extend our warm welcome to our esteemed member of the Executive Council, Finance Committee, and Academic Council of HNB Garhwal University, members of the Parliaments and members of Legislative Assembly of Garhwal, Uttarakhand, all the respected Vice Chancellors of the Indian Himalayan Central Universities Consortium and their representatives, all faculty members, dignitaries, parents, invited guests, members of different committees of convocation, employees, print and media members, newly elected student leaders of all the 3 campuses, and all degree and medal awardees.
नमस्कार। दीक्षांत समारोह के मुख्य अतिथि आदरणीय डॉक्टर राजीव कुमार, अतिथि श्री सोहन लाल जी, माननीय कुलाधिपति डॉक्टर योगेंद्र नारायण एवं माननीय कुलपति महोदया प्रोफेसर अन्नपूर्णा नौटियाल जी से मेरा विनम्र निवेदन है कि वे दीप प्रज्वलित कर 10वें दीक्षांत समारोह का शुभारंभ करें।
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
धन्यवाद। अलकनंदा नदी के पावन तट पर अवस्थित माँ भारती के इस प्रांगण में ज्ञान की अधिष्ठात्री देवी माँ सरस्वती को श्रद्धा सुमन अर्पित करते हुए मेरा आप सभी से वंदे मातरम हेतु निवेदन है।
वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां सस्यश्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्।
आप सभी का धन्यवाद।
Now I request our technical team to present a brief documentary highlighting the academic and research profile of HEMVATI NANDAN BAHUGUNA GARHWAL University.
वर्ष 1970 के दशक में इस क्षेत्र के आम जनमानस के व्यापक एवं सांगठनिक जन आंदोलन के फलस्वरूप नवंबर 1973 में गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय की स्थापना से इस सुदूरवर्ती पर्वतीय क्षेत्र की भौगोलिक विषमताओं के बीच उच्च शिक्षा के अवसर एवं संसाधनों की सुलभता संभव हो सकी। प्रख्यात जननेता स्वर्गीय हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा के नाम से पहचान बनाने वाले गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय को वर्ष 2009 में केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय बनने का अवसर प्राप्त हुआ। उत्तराखंड में अवस्थित इस विश्वविद्यालय ने अपने स्थापना काल से ही विकास के अनेकों सोपान तय किए हैं। संसाधनों की कमी तथा उच्च शिक्षा के सीमित अवसरों के कारण होने वाली कठिनाइयों को समझते हुए विश्वविद्यालय ने दूरस्थ क्षेत्रों तक पहुंच बनाने को प्राथमिकता दी और यही कारण है कि विश्वविद्यालय ने उच्च शिक्षा के परंपरागत पाठ्यक्रमों के साथ साथ पर्यावरण संवर्धन, आरोग्य हितार्थ पुरातन ज्ञान एवं क्षेत्रीय आवश्यकताओं को केंद्र में रखकर तैयार किए गए अनेकों पाठ्यक्रमों का संचालन प्रारंभ किया। विश्वविद्यालय के ये सभी अध्यापन व शोध पाठ्यक्रम कुल 11 संकायों के अधीन 51 विभागों के माध्यम से बिरला परिसर श्रीनगर, विस्तार परिसर चौरास, स्वामी रामतीर्थ परिसर बादशाही हॉल टिहरी एवं बी गोपाला रेड्डी परिसर पौड़ी से संचालित किए जा रहे हैं। सबके लिए शिक्षा के साथ साथ गंगा एवं हिमालय के प्राकृतिक परिवेश में पर्यावरणीय अनुकूल क्रियाकलापों की उपयोगिता को समझते हुए विश्वविद्यालय ने अनेकों अभिनव पहल के माध्यम से समाज को सकारात्मक दिशा देने के अपने उत्तरदायित्व का भली भांति निर्वहन किया है। विश्वविद्यालय के इन अभिनव प्रयासों में बंजर भूमि पर वृहद वनीकरण हेतु तैयार की गई योजना, कैंपस हॉर्टिकल्चर इनिशिएटिव्स थ्रू रिफॉर्मिंग एक्टिविटीज चित्रा, पर्यटन स्थलों एवं जन सामान्य परिसर में स्वच्छता बनाए रखने के लिए सैर सलिका, समाधान तथा साथ उल्लेखनीय हैं। विश्वविद्यालय परिसरों में SECI के सहयोग से 850 kVA विद्युत क्षमता युक्त ग्रिड संयोजित सौर ऊर्जा संयंत्र की स्थापना इसी दृष्टिकोण का परिणाम है। सामुदायिक सहभागिता के साथ साथ समग्र शैक्षिक उन्नयन के लिए महिलाओं को लोक मांगल गायन का प्रशिक्षण तथा गंगा गाइड्स जैसे प्रशिक्षण कार्यक्रमों के साथ साथ रूरल टेक्नोलॉजी के अंतर्गत मशरूम स्पॉन ICAR जूनागढ़ के सहयोग से मूंगफली की 6 विशिष्ट प्रजातियों, उत्तराखंड के पारंपरिक मोटे अनाज मिलेट्स व ऊर्जा के भंडार के रूप में प्रख्यात हिमालयी कंद नकदून के व्यापक कृषिकरण के प्रयासों से स्थानीय स्तर पर स्वरोजगार के अवसरों की असीम संभावना बनी है। कुलपति प्रोफेसर अन्नपूर्णा नौटियाल के नेतृत्व में 11 हिमालयी राज्यों के 14 विश्वविद्यालयों व संस्थानों के संघ के तत्वावधान में 5 नीतिगत विषयों पर नीति आयोग भारत को दिए गए सुझावों को भारत सरकार द्वारा सराहा गया है। इस परियोजना के तहत भारतीय हिमालयी क्षेत्र की समस्याओं के अध्ययन का विषय हो अथवा राष्ट्रीय महत्व के कार्यक्रमों नमामि गंगे, एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत, उन्नत भारत अभियान, स्वच्छ भारत मिशन एवं आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव से संबंधित योजनाओं के संचालन का प्रकरण, हर अवसर पर विश्वविद्यालय ने नेतृत्व एवं कार्यकर्ता दोनों ही भूमिकाओं में इन कार्यक्रमों को उद्देश्यपूर्ण ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचाने का गहन प्रयास किया है। नई शिक्षा नीति को स्नातक स्तर पर लागू करने की दिशा में विश्वविद्यालय ने अपेक्षित प्रगति करते हुए पाठ्यक्रमों का निर्माण कर लिया है। समाज के अंतिम व्यक्ति तक शोध का लाभ सुलभ कराने की दिशा में HAPPRC के अंतर्गत 4000 मीटर की ऊंचाई पर स्थापित अल्पाइन शोध केंद्र तुंगनाथ के तत्वावधान में उत्तराखंड के 195 गांवों में 3884 काश्तकारों को औषधीय एवं सगंध पादपों के कृषिकरण से जोड़ने के सकारात्मक प्रभाव, इन लोगों की आर्थिकी में सुधार, पलायन पर रोकथाम व रोजगार प्राप्ति के अवसरों में बढ़ोतरी के रूप में सामने आए हैं।
सबसे बड़ा धन्यवाद मैं विभागों को देना चाहता हूं, जिन विभागों ने आज हमें गोद लिया। श्रीनगर विश्वविद्यालय का
गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय श्रीनगर से हम लोग आगे बढ़े हैं। 2001 से हम लोग गैस में जड़ी बूटी की खेती करते हैं।
UPSC की प्रवेश परीक्षा, केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय प्रवेश परीक्षा, नए शिक्षकों की तैनाती तथा पुराने शिक्षकों के उन्नयन की प्रक्रिया, प्रत्येक अवसर पर विश्वविद्यालय ने गंभीरता से अपने कार्यदायित्व का निर्वहन किया है और इस बीच विश्वविद्यालय प्राध्यापकों के 499 शोध पत्र राष्ट्रीय एवं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय जर्नल्स में प्रकाशित हुए हैं। साथ ही पहाड़ी क्षेत्रों के कृषि पारिस्थितिकी तंत्र में पारिस्थितिक अखंडता के अध्ययन के उद्देश्य से होहेनहाइम विश्वविद्यालय के साथ MOU व अंतर्राष्ट्रीय छात्रों की सुगमता के मद्देनजर ऋषिकेश में विश्वविद्यालय के योग प्रसार केंद्र का संचालन भी प्रारंभ किया गया है। विश्वविद्यालय के विकास एवं उपलब्धियों में समाज के विभिन्न वर्गों के जन सहयोग के साथ साथ समय समय पर सेवा देने वाले शिक्षकों, कर्मियों एवं इस विश्वविद्यालय से शिक्षा प्राप्त कर शैक्षिक क्षेत्र के अनेकों महत्वपूर्ण संस्थानों व वैश्विक समाज के प्रतिष्ठित अधिष्ठानों में अपनी सेवाएं दे रहे पूर्व छात्रों का विशेष योगदान रहा है। लगभग 13,000 से अधिक विद्यार्थियों, 250 शोधार्थियों, 260 से अधिक प्राध्यापकों एवं 600 से अधिक कर्मियों के अथक परिश्रम का ही परिणाम है कि आज ये विश्वविद्यालय शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में अपनी विशिष्ट पहचान बनाने में सफल हो पाया है। ये विकास यात्रा आम व्यक्ति के जीवन स्तर में सुधार, शोध एवं तकनीक की सुगम्यता तथा शिक्षा एवं रोजगार के लिए पलायन कर रहे युवाओं को स्वरोजगार के संसाधनों की सुलभता होने तक निर्बाध रूप से चलती रहेगी। इस समारोह के दीक्षार्थियों के लिए ये अवसर विश्वविद्यालय के 9वें दीक्षांत समारोह के मुख्य अतिथि रहे देश के प्रथम अध्यक्ष रक्षा प्रमुख जनरल बिपिन रावत के संदेश कि मेहनत और लगन से आपको सफलता अवश्य मिलेगी। जनरल बिपिन रावत के संदेश से प्रेरणा लेने का है।
आपको सफलता अवश्य प्राप्त होगी। मेहनत और लगन के साथ अगर आप काम करेंगे तो आपको सफलता मिलती रहेगी।
आइए स्वर्ण जयंती वर्ष में प्रवेश कर रहे इस विश्वविद्यालय के प्रेरणा वाक्य के साथ सदैव प्रार्थना करें।
जीवा ज्योतिर
हे ईश्वर, हम सब प्राणियों को ज्योति अर्थात ज्ञान प्रदान करें।
Thank you for your presentation. We are to request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Annapurna Nautiyal, Madam, to deliver the welcome address and present a brief introduction of the university. Over to you, ma'am.
Very good morning to all of you. Namaskar. Before starting my formal brief and a note of welcome to the dignitaries and this August gathering, I would like to inform this August gathering that we have dedicated this convocation to the memory of late General Bipin Rawat, the first CDS of India, whose words of wisdom and valor are still echoing in our ears, and we have used his motivational words in the convocation literature also. It's my proud privilege to extend a very warm welcome to our Honorable Chief Guest of the 10th Convocation, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, the former Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog, Government of India, and the Founder Chairman of Pehle India Foundation, a non-profit making research think tank. I also extend a very warm welcome to our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Yogendra Narayan, IAS retired, respected members of Executive Council, Finance Committee, Academic Council, all dignitaries, invited guests, all respected Vice Chancellors of IHCUC, Indian Himalayan Central Universities Consortium, Professor Mehrajuddin Mir, former Vice Chancellor of Central University of Kashmir, Professor Farooq A. Shah, current Vice Chancellor, Professor R.M. Pant, Vice Chancellor, Central University, Assam, Silchar, Registrar, Central University, Mizoram, representatives from CSIR, IHBT, Palampur, and other universities of IHCUC, our MPs and MLAs of Garhwal, officers of TERI and PODI administration, Director of Wadia Institute, Dr. Kalachand Sen, Director of NIT Srinagar, Sanskrit University, and former Vice Chancellors of HNB Garhwal University, DIG SSB, former faculty members, Pro Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Finance Officer, all faculty members, Deans, Head of the Departments, Proctor, Director of PODI TERI Campus and Chauras Campus, Coordinator and Conveners and members of different committees of 10th Convocation, all non-teaching staff, members of our Alumni Association, Team Pehle India, Student Union of 3 campuses of 22-23 session, students, all degree awardees, medal holders, and their proud parents, friends from print and electronic media, and our special guest, Vinita ji and Mrs. Sen, uh, and all those who have joined us online to witness this convocation ceremony. I am very pleased to inform this eminent gathering that December 1st is the foundation day of our university, established in 1973 and named after the esteemed son of the soil, late Shri HEMVATI NANDAN BAHUGUNA. Therefore, I feel extremely happy to welcome all of you on this particular occasion. It is a matter of great pride that this year the HNB Garhwal University is also entering into the 50th year of its creation. Therefore, from today onwards, our golden journey is also starting. On this occasion, with great happiness, I would like to inform this august gathering that today the HNB Garhwal University is conferring honoris causa on Shri Sohan Lal for his great contribution in promoting the regional music played through drum, known in native language as dhol. Shri Sohan Lal is not only a performer but also a motivational artist engaged in performing the art and culture of dhol tradition and to keep it alive. At present, he is the best trainer and connoisseur of dhol tradition and rituals of Central Himalaya. We are honored by his gracious presence. I am also very happy to share that Professor D.R. Prohit, the mentor of Shri Sohan Lal, an adjunct faculty in the Department of Folk and Performing Arts Center, has recently been awarded the prestigious National Sangeet Natak Academy Award in the domain of folk music and theatre for 2021. This is a great personal honor for him as well as for the university, fraternity, and for Uttarakhand. I am extremely happy to extend a very warm welcome to the chief guest of the 10th Convocation, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, the former Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog, Government of India, and the founder chairman of Pehle India Foundation, a non-profit making research think tank. The IHCUC, the consortium of 13 central universities, and CSIR IHBT Palampur came into existence on account of his dynamic leadership and great vision for the overall development of the Himalayan states. With his guidance, active interest, and suggestions of the other honorable members of Niti Aayog, the IHCUC accomplished successfully the task of preparing 5 thematic reports on enumeration and valuation of the economic impact of female labor in the hills, agroecology in Himalayan states with special emphasis on marketing, development of eco-friendly and cost-effective tourism in hills, opportunities for livelihood to check migration from hills, and water conservation and harvesting strategies. Today, these reports will be officially released in the presence of the Vice Chancellors of IHCUC, their representatives, and this august gathering. This is the best example of multidisciplinary and multi-institutional collaboration and networking envisioned by the National Education Policy 2020. The Pehle India Foundation, under the chairmanship of Dr. Rajiv Kumar, is desirous of taking forward this collaboration through his unique initiative of providing inputs for Bharat at 100. All of us are very happy to be part of this Anokhi Pehel. I would once again like to welcome a great Sahaj Yogi with abundant inner peace and spiritually enlightened scholar and administrator, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, for gracing our convocation. I am also extremely delighted to extend a very warm welcome to our very knowledgeable, dynamic, and always smiling Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Yogendra Narayan. His assuring and serene presence is always a source of inspiration, and under his able chancellorship, this 5th consecutive convocation we are organizing today. I am thankful to everyone present in this auditorium for gracing this occasion with your esteemed presence. As described in the small documentary also, since its creation in 1973, university has traversed a long way and achieved many milestones. With the upgradation of this unique university with its 3 distantly located campuses into a central university in 2009, significant infrastructural development as well as noteworthy academic accomplishments has been achieved. The total student strength is 13,315, male students 49%, female students 51%, UG students 78%, PG students 22%, distribution of students in 3 campuses, Srinagar 70%, Tehri 16%, Pauri 14%, 87% from Uttarakhand and 13% from other states. Implementation of National Education Policy 2020. In line with this policy, all courses have been revised to offer certificate, diploma, undergraduate, postgraduate, and research. The credit transfer, academic bank of credit, dual degree program, DigiLocker facility, multiple entry and exit, multidisciplinary course content, and foreign office to attract foreign students, increased digitalization are some more steps towards achieving the goal of NEP. Admissions in current session are through Central University Combined Entrance Examination. New courses. Our language lab will be offering proficiency crash course in Garhwali, Kumauni, English and German languages from this academic session. The Department of Tourism and Hotel Management has launched one course in Japanese language. Elective courses on NCC with multiple entry and exit has also been launched. Though the geographical difficulties, lack of easy accessibility, internet connectivity, and competitive awareness hamper the process of critical thinking of students, but the chances of exposure, interaction, and exchanges with scholars from different parts of India and abroad by organizing and participating in various webinars, web lectures, conferences, workshops, celebration of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Ek Bharat Shresht Bharat, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, and celebration of various days are proving beneficial for all stakeholders all-round excellence. I am also very elated to inform this gathering that in 2021, for the first time, the university was given responsibility of conducting UPSC examination, which has proved an asset for this remotely located area. If, with the support of the Ministry of Education, our university also becomes a NTA and MOOCs testing center, it will further fulfill our Honorable Prime Minister's goal of bringing excellence, easy access, equity and quality in higher education. As per direction of the Ministry of Education for filling up vacancies in mission mode, in teaching and non-teaching cadres, the university has been working relentlessly. And I am very happy to say that the university recruited 81 new faculties in different schools and promoted 159 faculty members in different teaching cadres under Career Advancement Scheme from 2019 to 2022. During 2022, promotion of 46 non-teaching employees was also done in various cadres. We further need to recruit teaching and non-teaching staff on vacant positions in a fast mode to change the mindset and educational ecosystem of the university by hiring bright and brilliant minds who would not only be able to motivate the students for achieving their goals in life, but also bringing excellence with their publications, research, and projects. Indian Central Himalayan Universities Consortium, sponsored by Niti Aayog, Ministry of Education, and funded by UGC, was established in 2020 to not only work for 5 thematic studies, but to view the scenario with the lens of one Himalaya and research with human bent of mind, for developing a roadmap for resolving the problems of the Himalayan areas. I am very proud to share with this gathering that saffron cultivation, the main USP of Kashmir, is now likely to become the USP of Sikkim also. An MOU with Kashmir government on the initiation of Sikkim University and Government of Sikkim has been signed to propagate it in Sikkim. This became possible due to networks developed by the consortium members during meetings of different stakeholders by Niti Aayog under the chairmanship of Dr. Rajiv Kumar. CSIR, IHBT, and HNB Garhwal University has a MOU for mutually beneficial horticulture and agroecology development. And today also they have brought some agroecology materials for our university. 33 research projects are currently assigned to faculty members by national and state level funding agencies. The university has signed MOU with 30 national and international institutions for research and academic exchange. In the last 1 year, 450 research papers, 100 book chapters, and 30 books have been published by the faculty members. And some of the papers published in important journals have impact factor like 9.2, 8.3, 7.1, etc. The university is also running some online courses which are quite popular among students. 144 seminars, workshops, training, webinars, refresher courses were organized during the last 1 year. Establishment of Dr. Ambedkar Center under the scheme of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India, for providing free coaching to SC category aspirants for civil services examination is a very well-meaning initiative. The center is fully functional with the appointment of faculty and admission of the students of first batch. University, in collaboration with one of our alumnus, a former senior scientist from ICAR, IARI, New Delhi, has conducted a trial of groundnut cultivation in seed science department. For this, seeds of different varieties were procured from ICAR Junagadh. The trial was successful as the harvest was almost 26,000 kg. However, the scientific analysis of its properties is yet to be done to rule out the presence of aflatoxins so that mass production could be started on sandy and barren lands for income generation and reverse migration by turning it into a useful cash crop. The students were engaged in this process through monitoring and studying various stages of harvest. Another transdisciplinary study combining ethnography and scientific analysis by history, ancient Indian history and archaeology, HAPPRC, and environmental science is being conducted on Nagdoon, a tuber full of protein and energy grown in the wild at the high altitude areas and used by ethnic communities since ages to prepare special culinary dishes considered important to kill hunger pains for longer duration, particularly in Uttarakashi and Pithoragarh districts. The HAPPRC has conducted tissue culture analysis and also sown it under protected cultivation in their alpine center at Pothibasa. If this trial also remains successful, it will be propagated in other high altitude villages in large scale to make it a profitable crop. I am also very happy to say that the School of Engineering, History, Ancient Indian History and Archaeology, Department of Art and Virginia Commonwealth University are collaborating for preserving of ancient artifacts through 3D technology. Ancient artifacts preserved and created through this technique will be sold as souvenir in future. The yoga training course for foreign students in our extension center under an MOU with Rishikesh Yogpit is also going on successfully. To spread knowledge about culture and tradition of the holy river Ganga, 30 Ganga guides were trained for the first time by the Department of Tourism, sponsored by Namami Gange. Through destination tourist guides, training in collaboration with the Uttarakhand Paryatan Vikas Parishad and Department of Tourism of HNB Garhwal University, 60 volunteers and students of tourism were trained to Sair Salika. It's a slogan coined by Dr. Sarvesh Unyal, the member of our creative team. And exploring the unexplored sites of tourist interest to reduce the stress on and carbon footprint on the famous pilgrimage destinations of Garhwal. Besides this, training on local folk singing Mangal Geet to women has been driven with the aim of livelihood generation. The training on horticulture and nursery raising, sapling distribution by the School of Agriculture is also helpful to farmers and students for adopting such best practices. The restoration and reconstruction of our damaged stadium due to 2013 floods is being done by Indian Railways under CSR funds. The STP project by Namami Gange is under process for Chauras and Birla campus. In both projects, very important role has been played by engineer Himanshu Baduni, currently CEO of Namami Gange scheme of Government of India. The university is extremely grateful to him. In our central library, in the session 2021-22, due to COVID protocols, e-resources were procured, and these are available to all in the e-labs and departments. At present, it has more than 5 lakh printed books and almost 14,000 e-books and 3,000 theses, 434 e-journals, 60 print journals, and 21 newspapers are subscribed by it. The work of automation of the library is going on in a rapid pace. It is aiming to organize a book fair by inviting impaneled book distributors and printers for the students, research scholars, and faculty members. Development of green area in the university on a large scale, raising of a large mixed forest in almost 10-acre barren land, waste management, and sanitation efforts are some such other steps. University has also installed solar energy panels of the capacity of 850 kVA with the collaboration of SECI under the Go Green scheme. 120-seater women's hostel in Birla campus, FDC building in Chauras, canteen in Pauri campus are some new additions which were inaugurated in the morning by the honorable guests. Talking about the challenges, effective operation of the faculty development program due to non-availability of funds from Ministry of Education is a hampering factor. As per NEP, training for faculty in new teaching learning skills, assessment methods, and research innovations are required. The seats of students in EWS category has been increased, but neither the infrastructural facilities nor the post of teaching and non-teaching against these have been sanctioned. The non-integration of 3 campuses of university and lack of proper funds for their maintenance is also a hindrance. Besides this, the large number of affiliated colleges has converted the university into an examination conduction center. But we have some goals also. We intend to make teaching learning process more flexible by acquiring credits from online resources, enhancing communication skills, campus placement, multidisciplinary researches, improving national ranking through good teaching, learning, innovation, and quality research publications. University has started preparation for NAC accreditation for 3rd cycle and also for assessing our lapses in NIRF ranking. A cell has been established for organizing activities to commemorate the Golden Jubilee year and also chart out the calendar of activities. It will set a stage for university to leapfrog into a new domain of knowledge and research which is more humanistic and holistic in nature, cutting across the disciplines. Our objective is not to prepare robotic human resource, but to groom the young minds into wise, insightful, humanistic, and civil-minded citizens for the development of the institution, community, and nation. Thus, we are striving for holistic development of students for physical strength, mental stability, spiritual insights, and especially pragmatic skills. I am very happy to share that today degrees to 159 PhD scholars and 4,306 postgraduate students are being awarded, and 45 students in various subjects will receive gold medals, 14 medals instituted by different donors, and one cash prize will also be awarded to the toppers of different subjects. I would like to end my brief note with this quote: अपने हौसलों के सहारे उड़ान भर, असंभव को संभव कर, मिलने में थोड़ी तो लगेगी देरी, पर मंजिल होगी कदमों पर. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this very beautiful welcome address. May I have the honor of requesting our Vice Chancellor to kindly request Honorable Chancellor Dr. Yogendra Narayan to formally declare the convocation open.
मैं हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय के आज के दीक्षांत समारोह के शुभारंभ की विधिवत घोषणा करती हूँ.
कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए मेरा माननीय कुलपति महोदया से दीक्षा वाचन हेतु विनम्र अनुरोध है.
मेरा सभी दीक्षार्थियों से अनुरोध है कि वो अपने अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं और दीक्षा ग्रहण करें. और दीक्षा के उपरांत आप सभी मैं ऐसा ही करूँगा, मैं ऐसा ही करूँगी कहेंगे. यह आदेश है, यह उपदेश है. सत्य बोलो, धर्म का आचरण करो, स्वाध्याय में प्रमाद मत करो, आचार्य के प्रति कर्तव्य पूरा करो, कल्याणकारी कार्यों में प्रमाद मत करो, ज्ञान के प्रसार और स्वाध्याय में प्रमाद मत करो, देवों और पितरों के प्रति कर्तव्यों का पालन करो, माता और पिता को देवता के समान समझो, आचार्य को देवता के समान समझो, अतिथि को देवता के समान समझो. जो अनिंदित कर्म हैं केवल उन्हीं को करो, हमारे से जो अच्छे आचरण हैं उन्हीं को ग्रहण करो, औरों को नहीं. जो अपने से श्रेष्ठ विद्वान हैं उनको आसन देकर सम्मानित करो. श्रद्धा से देना चाहिए, अश्रद्धा से नहीं. विनीत बनकर, कर्तव्य समझकर और सहानुभूतिपूर्वक दान देना चाहिए. यदि तुम्हें कर्म अथवा आचरण के विषय में संदेह हो तो जो विवेकशील, कर्मरत, सहृदय और धर्मानुरागी पुरुष हैं उनके आचरण को आदेश मानकर कार्य करो. जिन पर दोषारोपण होता है उनके साथ वैसा ही बर्ताव करो जैसा विवेकशील, कर्मरत, सहृदय और धर्मानुरागी पुरुष करते हैं. यह आदेश है, यही उपदेश है, यही धर्मग्रंथों का रहस्य है, यही अनुशासन है. इसका इसी रीति से पालन करो. अब आप सब लोग अपनी जगह पे बैठ जाएं.
धन्यवाद कुलपति महोदया. अब मैं माननीय कुलपति महोदया से माननीय कुलाधिपति महोदय की अनुमति से पर्वतीय संस्कृति एवं लोक संगीत ढोल वादन के क्षेत्र में उत्कृष्ट योगदान के लिए दीक्षांत समारोह में डॉक्टर्स ऑफ लेटर्स के मानद उपाधि प्रापक श्री सोहन लाल जी का परिचय करवाने हेतु निवेदन करती हूँ। माननीय कुलपति महोदय,
श्रीमान, मैं आपके समक्ष उत्तराखंड के प्रसिद्ध ढोल वादक श्री सोहन लाल जी को डॉक्टर ऑफ लेटर्स की मानद उपाधि के लिए प्रस्तुत कर रही हूँ। विश्वविद्यालय के द्वारा श्री सोहन लाल जी को यह मानद उपाधि प्रदान करते हुए मैं स्वयं भी गौरवान्वित हूँ। मेरा श्री सोहन लाल जी से अनुरोध है कि कृपया माननीय मुख्य अतिथि और कुलाधिपति महोदय से डॉक्टर ऑफ लेटर्स की मानद उपाधि ग्रहण करने की कृपा करें।
आप सभी का धन्यवाद। अब मैं माननीय कुलपति महोदया से विनम्र निवेदन करती हूँ कि वे डॉक्टर्स ऑफ लेटर्स की मानद उपाधि से सम्मानित श्री सोहन लाल जी को उनके संबोधन हेतु अनुरोध करें।
मैं आपके सम्मुख उत्तराखंड के प्रसिद्ध ढोल वाचक कलाकार श्री सोहन लाल जी के जीवन और कार्य के विषय में जानकारी साझा कर रही हूँ। टिहरी जिले के पुजार गांव में 1 जनवरी 1966 को जन्मे श्री सोहन लाल ने अपने पिता स्वर्गीय ग्रंथी दास से ढोल की प्रारंभिक शिक्षा प्राप्त की। उन्हें संगीत के सुर उनकी स्वर्गीय माता लोगा देवी ने सिखाए थे। एक ढोल वादक के परिवार से होने के कारण उनका मूल पेशा आसपास के गांवों और अपने गांव में मंदिर में सुबह और शाम नौबात में ढोल वादन करना था। गांव के मंदिर में सभी ढोल वादकों के परिवारों को बोल सेवा का निर्वहन करने के क्रम में अपनी बारी आने पर वे चंद्रबंदी मंदिर में ढोल वादन करते थे। इस प्रकार श्री सोहन लाल ने नौबात के 8 ताल, शादी के 12 ताल और पांडव, गोरिल, बगद्वाल, दिशा धनकुड़ी, नागराजा और आचार्य नृत्य में प्रयोग होने वाले बजने वाले सभी ताल सीखे। सभी रूपों में कथा गायन के अलावा उन्होंने में नरसिंह गैरव, निरंकार, चौतावली, सैदवली, रणभूत, घरभूत, घड़ियाल और कई अन्य अनुष्ठानिक नृत्य परंपराओं में प्रयुक्त वादन में भी महारत हासिल की। गांव की शादियों और 2 दर्जन से अधिक देवी देवताओं के नृत्य अनुष्ठानों में लगातार बोल वादन करने वाले श्री सोहनलाल की औपचारिक शिक्षा 5वीं कक्षा के बाद बंद हो गई। वर्ष 1995 में उन्हें श्री भुवनेश्वरी महिला आश्रम के संचार समूह में एक ड्रमर के रूप में नियुक्त किया गया, जहां उनकी सहभागिता राजस्थान के रामलाल भट्ट और विश्व भारती विश्वविद्यालय के आनंद द्विवेदी के माध्यम से पैन इंडियन मिंग सिस्टम के साथ रही। एक ढोल वादक और गायक के रूप में उन्होंने कई नाटक मंचों पर भी प्रस्तुतियां दी। वर्ष 2005 में उन्हें देहरादून के रीच कल्चरल के माध्यम के हिमालय नाद ऑर्केस्ट्रा में संगीत निर्देशक के रूप में नियुक्त किया गया। वर्ष 2002 में श्री सोहनलाल को 20,000 रुपये अपने ऑर्केस्ट्रा ढोलनाद के प्रचार, स्वयं के संगीत वाद्य यंत्र और पोशाक खरीदने के लिए दिए गए। इसके बाद उन्होंने पूरे उत्तराखंड और भारत के प्रमुख शहरों में लगभग 2000 अनुष्ठान और मंच प्रस्तुतियां दी एवं निर्देशन किया है। श्री सोहनलाल को वर्ष 2009 में हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय श्रीनगर के सेंटर फॉर फोक परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्स एंड कल्चर में विजिटिंग फैकल्टी के रूप में भी नियुक्त किया गया था। वह सिर्फ एक कलाकार ही नहीं बल्कि एक ढोल वादन अभिप्रेरक भी हैं, जो ढोल की परंपरा की कला और कार्यों को बढ़ावा देने में लगे हुए हैं। श्री सोहनलाल ने मैक्री विश्वविद्यालय, ऑस्ट्रेलिया के प्रोफेसर एंड्रयू वॉल्टर और सिनसिनाटी विश्वविद्यालय संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका के प्रोफेसर स्टीफन ऑल्टर को भी ढोल कला सिखाई है। उन्हें सिनसिनाटी विश्वविद्यालय संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका में विजिटिंग फैकल्टी के रूप में भी नामांकित किया गया था। विलुप्त होने वाली इस ढोल वादन कला को फिर से जीवित और क्रियाशील बनाने के प्रयास में वे अब तक टिहरी जिले में 10 ढोल वादन समूहों का सृजन और 45 कलाकारों को मंच प्रदान कर चुके हैं। श्री सोहनलाल द्वारा विकसित मंच के कारण उनके समूह के सभी सदस्य प्रतिवर्ष अच्छी कमाई कर रहे हैं। इस कला को जीवित रखने के लिए उन्होंने अपनी पीढ़ियों को बोल प्रदर्शन के लिए तैयार किया है। श्री सोहनलाल ढोल संगीत वादन पर जो मध्य हिमालय की संस्कृति प्रदर्शन और अनुष्ठानों की जीवन रेखा के रूप में कार्य करती है, के सर्वश्रेष्ठ कलाकार हैं। समस्त विश्वविद्यालय परिवार की ओर से आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई और अनेकों अनेक शुभकामनाएं।
सारगर्भित शब्दों में श्री सोहनलाल जी का परिचय करवाने हेतु महोदय आपका हार्दिक धन्यवाद। अब मैं माननीय कुलपति महोदय से विनम्र निवेदन करती हूँ कि वे आदरणीय श्री सोहनलाल जी को उनके संबोधन हेतु अनुरोध करें।
नमस्कार। सरी मंडलीतः उत्तराखंड गढ़वाल मचित में गढ़वाली में बोल रहा हूँ, ना कि मैं हिंदी में भी बोल ले लूँ, तन कोई दिक्कत नहीं था। मैं अपने ओर से और अपने समस्त ढोली परिवारों के ओर से कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद करता हूँ कि जिन्होंने ये समाप्त होने वाली कला आज इस भव्य मंच में बुलाया। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद करता हूं। महोदय, मंच में ढोल बजाना सरल होता है, परंतु 16 दिन तक, रात दिन तक देवी देवताओं और पन्नों का जागर करना बहुत कठिन होता है, उसमें गाना भी पड़ता है और बजाना भी पड़ता है। बीच 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 में ये कला खत्म हो गई थी। मैंने पहले अपने बच्चों को इस कला के तरफ ले गया, फिर कुछ स्थानीय कलाकारों को ढोल पे एक टीम बनाई, जो कि अभी 10 या 15 टीम काम कर रहे उत्तरकाशी, टिहरी, देहरादून में। लगभग एक महीने में 20,000 की कमाई इन लोगों की हो जाती है। महोदय, मेरा आपसे सभी गणमान्य सदस्यों से, सभासदों से निवेदन है कि ढोल को शिक्षा से जोड़ा जाए, ताकि उत्तराखंड का प्रमुख वाद्य यंत्र जीवित हो सके। ये मेरी अपनी एक जिज्ञासा है कि ये परंपरा आगे तो बढ़ेगी जब इस पे कोई शिक्षा जुड़ेगी, या कहीं जैसे आपने ये बड़ा भव्य मंच दिया ढोल को, मेरे को तो आपने दे दिया, पर भव्य मंच ढोल को दिया, तो मैं आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं कि ये हमारी उत्तराखंड की कला आगे बढ़े। जैसे हमने ये हमारी टीम चल रही है, इसी तरह एक प्रशिक्षण केंद्र होना चाहिए। ये जैसे विश्वविद्यालय है, यहाँ पे जो जो लोग रिदमों में काम कर रहे हैं, तो उसमें भी ढोल जोड़ा जाए। मेरी एक निवेदन आपसे। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
सभागार को प्रेरक शब्दों से संबोधित करने हेतु महोदय आपका हार्दिक आभार।
Now I would like to request Honorable Vice Chancellor to kindly start the proceedings of conferments of the degree to the awardees.
मैं कुल सचिव को विभिन्न उपाधि प्राप्त करने वाले दीक्षार्थियों को प्रस्तुत करने का निर्देश देती हूँ।
मैं संकाय अध्यक्ष कृषि एवं संबद्ध विज्ञान, वाणिज्य, पृथ्वी विज्ञान, शिक्षा, अभियांत्रिकी एवं तकनीकी, कला, संचार एवं भाषा, मानविकी एवं सामाजिक विज्ञान, विधि, जीव विज्ञान एवं प्रबंधन संकाय अध्यक्षों से अनुरोध करता हूं कि वो अपने अपने संकायों के पीएचडी, एमए, एमएससी, एमकॉम, एम फार्मा, एमएड, एमपीएड, एमसीए, एमएसडब्ल्यू, एमडब्ल्यू, एमबीए, एमबीए टूरिज्म, एलएलएम उपाधि प्राप्त करने वाले दीक्षार्थियों को प्रस्तुत करें। संकाय अध्यक्ष कृषि एवं संबद्ध विज्ञान।
श्रीमान, मैं आपके समक्ष पीएचडी के 10 और स्नातकोत्तर के 86 दीक्षार्थियों को, जिनकी परीक्षा ले ली गई है एवं जो योग्य प्रमाणित हो चुके हैं, उनकी उपाधियों के लिए प्रस्तुत करता हूं। मेरी प्रार्थना है कि उन्हें उक्त उपाधियां प्रदान की जाएं।
संकाय अध्यक्ष विज्ञान।
श्रीमान, मैं आपके समक्ष पीएचडी के 21, स्नातकोत्तर के 272 दीक्षार्थियों को, जिनकी परीक्षा ले ली गई है एवं जो योग्य प्रमाणित हो चुके हैं, उनकी उपाधियों के लिए प्रस्तुत करता हूं। मेरी प्रार्थना है कि उन्हें उक्त उपाधियां प्रदान की जाएं।
संकाय अध्यक्ष वाणिज्य। श्रीमान, मैं आपके समक्ष पीएचडी के 4 और स्नातकोत्तर के 72 दीक्षार्थियों को जिनकी परीक्षा ले ली गई है एवं जो योग्य प्रमाणित हो चुके हैं उनकी उपाधियों के लिए प्रस्तुत करता हूँ। मेरी प्रार्थना है कि उन्हें उक्त उपाधियाँ प्रदान की जाएं।
संकाय अध्यक्ष पृथ्वी विज्ञान।
श्रीमान, मैं आपके समक्ष पीएचडी के 32, स्नातकोत्तर के 96, एमए के 53 एवं एमएससी के 45 दीक्षार्थियों को जिनकी परीक्षा ले ली गई है एवं जो योग्य प्रमाणित हो चुके हैं उनकी उपाधियों के लिए प्रस्तुत करता हूं। मेरी प्रार्थना है कि उन्हें उक्त उपाधियां प्रदान की जाए।
संकाय अध्यक्ष शिक्षा।
श्रीमान, मैं आपके समक्ष पीएचडी के 13, स्नातकोत्तर के 78 दीक्षार्थियों को जिनकी परीक्षा ले ली गई है एवं जो योग्य प्रमाणित हो चुके हैं उनकी उपाधियों के लिए प्रस्तुत करती हूँ। मेरी प्रार्थना है कि उन्हें उक्त उपाधियाँ प्रदान की जाएं।
संकाय अध्यक्ष अभियांत्रिकी एवं तकनीकी।
श्रीमान, मैं आपके समक्ष पीएचडी के 2, स्नातकोत्तर के 45 दीक्षार्थियों को जिनकी परीक्षा ले ली गई है एवं जो योग्य प्रमाणित हो चुके हैं उनकी उपाधियों के लिए प्रस्तुत करता हूं। मेरी प्रार्थना है कि उन्हें उक्त उपाधियां प्रदान की जाएं।
संकाय अध्यक्ष कला, संचार एवं भाषा।
श्रीमान, मैं आपके समक्ष पीएचडी के 21 और स्नातकोत्तर के 111 दीक्षार्थियों को जिनकी परीक्षा ले ली गई है एवं जो योग्य प्रमाणित हो चुके हैं उनकी उपाधियों के लिए प्रस्तुत करती हूँ। मेरी प्रार्थना है कि उन्हें उक्त उपाधियाँ प्रदान कर दी जाएं।
संकाय अध्यक्ष मानविकी एवं सामाजिक विज्ञान।
श्रीमान, मैं आपके समक्ष पीएचडी के 34, स्नातकोत्तर के 167, एमए 144, एमएससी 23 दीक्षार्थियों को जिनकी परीक्षा ले ली गई है एवं जो योग्य प्रमाणित हो चुके हैं उनकी उपाधियों के लिए प्रस्तुत करती हूँ। मेरी प्रार्थना है कि उन्हें उक्त उपाधियाँ प्रदान की जाए।
संकाय अध्यक्ष विधि।
श्रीमान, मैं आपके समक्ष पीएचडी के 2, स्नातकोत्तर के 26 दीक्षार्थियों को जिनकी परीक्षा ले ली गई है एवं जो योग्य प्रमाणित हो चुके हैं उनकी उपाधियों के लिए प्रस्तुत करता हूं। मेरी प्रार्थना है कि उन्हें उक्त उपाधियां प्रदान की जाएं।
संकाय अध्यक्ष जीव विज्ञान।
श्रीमान, मैं आपके समक्ष पीएचडी के 17 और स्नातकोत्तर के 191 दीक्षार्थियों को जिनकी परीक्षा ले ली गई है एवं जो योग्य प्रमाणित हो चुके हैं उनकी उपाधियों के लिए प्रस्तुत करता हूं। मेरी प्रार्थना है कि उन्हें उक्त उपाधियां प्रदान की जाएं।
संकायाध्यक्ष प्रबंधन।
श्रीमान, मैं आपके समक्ष पीएचडी के 3 और स्नातकोत्तर के 60 दीक्षार्थियों को जिनकी परीक्षा ले ली गई हैं एवं जो योग्य प्रमाणित हो चुके हैं उनकी उपाधियों के लिए प्रस्तुत करता हूं। मेरी प्रार्थना है कि उन्हें उक्त उपाधियां प्रदान की जाएं।
मैं हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय के पद द्वारा प्राप्त अधिकार से सभी प्रस्तुत दीक्षार्थियों को विश्वविद्यालय की विभिन्न उपाधियों में प्रविष्टि प्रदान करती हूँ और उपदेश देती हूँ कि वह आजीवन इस उपाधि के योग्य सिद्ध हों।
Now, with the permission of Honorable Chief Guest, I request Dr. Ajay Kumar Khandori, Registrar HNB Garhwal University, to kindly announce the names of the gold medalists who will be honored with the medals and the citation, and a cash prize of Rs 10,000 to first position holder among all the 3 campuses of the university in MA Journalism and Mass Communication.
Tenth Convocation 2022, list of gold medalists. Gold medalists in MSc Forestry, Miss Neha Chaudhary, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MSc Medicinal and Aromatic Plants, Miss Ansika Pokhriyal, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MSc Rural Technology, Miss Ruchi Rana, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MSc Rural Technology, Miss Ruchi Rana, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MSc Seed Science and Technology, Miss Sambhavi Singh, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MCom Commerce, Miss Vartika Pundir, Methodist Girls Degree College, Roorkee. Gold medalist in MCom Commerce, Miss Vartika Pundir, Methodist Girls Degree College, Roorkee. Gold medalist in MSc Chemistry, Miss Diksha Chauhan, Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, Dehradun. Gold medalist in MSc Chemistry, Miss Diksha Chauhan, Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, Dehradun. Gold medalist in MA Home Science, Miss Parul Tyagi, Methodist Girls Degree College, Roorkee. Gold medalist in MSc Mathematics, Mr. Nishant Kumar, Harsh Vidya Mandir PG College, Raisi, Haridwar. Gold medalist in MSc Physics, Mr. Karan Dutt Sharma, SGRR PG College, Dehradun. Gold medalist in MSc Pharmaceutical Chemistry, Mr. Pradyumna Ghoshal, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MSc Statistics, Miss Nikita Rawat, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MA Defense and Strategic Studies, Mr. Amritesh Kumar Giri, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MSc Geology, Miss Akanksha, SRT Campus, Basai Hall, Tehri Garhwal. Gold medalist in MA Geography, Miss Srishti, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MA Education, Miss Astha Goyal, Harsh Vidya Mandir PG College, Raisi, Haridwar. Gold medalist in MA Yogic Science, Miss Nikita Bist, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MEd Education, Miss Jyoti Verma, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MCA Master of Computer Application, Mr. Yugal Kishore, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MCA Master of Computer Application, Miss Alka, Birla Campus, Srinagar. We'll call you. Miss Alka. Gold medalist in MCA Master of Computer Application, Miss Alka, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MA Drawing and Painting, Miss Sonali, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MA Journalism and Mass Communication, Miss Sonu Agarwal, DAB PG College, Dehradun. Gold medalist in MA English, Miss Shruti Pandey, Methodist Girls Degree College, Roorkee. Gold medalist in MA Theatre, Miss Anjali Negi, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MA Hindi, Miss Anjali, BSM PG College, Roorkee. Gold medalist in MA Music, Miss Vansika Malik, Mahila Mahavidyalay PG College, Sati Kund Kankhal, Haridwar. Gold medalist in MA Sanskrit, Miss Mahima Saini, BSM PG College, Roorkee. Gold medalist in MSc Anthropology, Mr. Shailendra Pawar, SRT Campus, Badshai Hall, Tiri Garhwal. Gold medalist in MA Anthropology, Miss Sagun Rana, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MA Economics, Miss Mansi Nath, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MA History, Mr. Devashish Dangwal, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MA Political Science, Mr. Vishal Chaudhary, BSM PG College, Roorkee. Gold medalist in MA Psychology, Miss Dibya Rawat, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MSW Social Work, Miss Dibya Watts, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MA Sociology, Miss Anuja, DAV PG College, Dehradun. Gold medalist in LLM Law, Miss Akanksha Joshi, SRT Campus, Basait Hall, Piri Gadwal. Gold medalist in MSc Botany, Miss Neha, KLDAV PG College, Roorkee. Gold medalist in MSc Microbiology, Miss Suhani Srey, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MSc Biochemistry, Mr. Rahul Kumar, Sai Institute of Paramedical and Allied Sciences, Dehradun. Gold medalist in MSc Biochemistry, Ms. Sweta Soni, Sai Institute of Paramedical and Allied Sciences, Dehradun. Gold medalist in MSc Environmental Sciences, Ms. Monica Negi, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MSc Biotechnology, Ms. Simran Gupta, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MSc Zoology, Ms. Pragati Tiwari, KLDAV PG College, Roorkee. Gold medalist in MBA Business Administration, Miss Madhuri Unial, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Gold medalist in MBA Tourism, Miss Nisa Shah, Birla Campus, Srinagar. Miss Jyoti Verma. Yugal Kishore, MCA. Gold medalist Vartika Pundir, MCom. वर्ष 2021-22 में सर्वोच्च अंक प्राप्त करता जिन्हें कि दानदाताओं द्वारा विश्वविद्यालय को प्रदर्श स्वर्ण पदक से सम्मानित किया जाएगा। श्री बद्रीनाथ केदारनाथ मंदिर समिति स्वर्ण पदक, MA संस्कृत महिमा सैनी, BSM PG कॉलेज रुड़की। Once again, श्रीमती सावित्री देवी स्वर्ण पदक, MA संस्कृत goes to महिमा सैनी, BSM PG कॉलेज रुड़की। डॉक्टर DN शास्त्री स्मृति स्वर्ण पदक, MA संस्कृत महिमा सैनी, BSM PG कॉलेज रुड़की। श्री राम प्रपन्नाचार्य संस्कृत ट्रस्ट स्वर्ण पदक, MA संस्कृत महिमा सैनी, BSM PG कॉलेज रुड़की। संत सोहन लाल स्मृति स्वर्ण पदक, MSc भौतिकी करण दत्त शर्मा, SDRR PG कॉलेज देहरादून। ठाकुर गुमान सिंह बिष्ट स्मृति स्वर्ण पदक, MA अर्थशास्त्र मानसी नाथ बिरला परिषद श्रीनगर गढ़वाल। श्रीमती रुक्मणी देवी स्मृति स्वर्ण पदक, MA हिंदी मिस अंजलि, BSM PG कॉलेज रुड़की। लाला हुकुमचंद स्मृति स्वर्ण पदक, MA राजनीतिक शास्त्र विशाल चौधरी BSMPG कॉलेज रुड़की। स्वामी रामतीर्थ स्मृति स्वर्ण पदक MA समाजशास्त्र मिस अनुजा DAV PG कॉलेज देहरादून। डॉक्टर DS भाकुनी स्मृति स्वर्ण पदक MSc रसायन विज्ञान मिस दीक्षा चौहान एडवांस इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी देहरादून। नरेन ट्रस्ट स्मृति स्वर्ण पदक MCom वर्तिका पुंडीर मेथोडिस्ट गर्ल्स कॉलेज डिग्री कॉलेज रुड़की। श्री हरिलाल अग्रवाल स्मृति स्वर्ण पदक MSc वनस्पति विज्ञान मिस नेहा KL DAV PG कॉलेज रुड़की। श्री बल्लूमल जैन स्मृति स्वर्ण पदक MA इतिहास देवाशीष डंगवाल बिरला परिसर श्रीनगर गढ़वाल। स्वर्गीय डॉक्टर कुलानंद पुरोहित मेमोरियल स्वर्ण पदक MSc उद्यानिकी नीवा रानी निंगथोगोम। स्वर्गीय श्रीमती मालती पुरोहित स्मृति नगद पुरस्कार MA पत्रकारिता एवं जनसंचार सोनू अग्रवाल DAV PG कॉलेज देहरादून। प्रीति कंडारी। दिस इज स्वर्गीय मालती श्रीमती मालती पुरोहित स्मृति नगद पुरस्कार इन MA जर्नलिज्म एंड मास कम्युनिकेशन प्रीति कंडारी बिरला कैंपस श्रीनगर। उसका नाम नहीं। ये नगद पुरस्कार है। धन्यवाद।
समस्त स्वर्ण पदक विजेताओं एवं उपाधि धारकों को बहुत बहुत बधाई एवं शुभकामनाएं। अब मैं माननीय कुलाधिपति महोदय से दीक्षांत समारोह के मुख्य अतिथि डॉक्टर राजीव कुमार, अध्यक्ष पहले इंडिया फाउंडेशन एवं पूर्व उपाध्यक्ष नीति आयोग का परिचय करवाने और उनसे दीक्षांत भाषण देने का अनुरोध करने हेतु निवेदन करती हूँ। माननीय कुलाधिपति महोदय,
Madam Vice Chancellor, Shri Sonlal ji, our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Rajiv Kumar ji, members of the faculty, heads of department, students. It is my proud privilege and pleasure to read out the life course of Dr. Rajiv Kumar. Dr. Rajiv Kumar is the chairman of the Pehle India Foundation, a non-profit making research think tank. He is the former vice chairman of Niti Aayog. He is currently member Global Leadership Council, GASP, New York. He is also a director on Pehle India Foundation. He also serves as the Chancellor of Gokhale Institute of Politics and Economics, Pune, and Chairman of the Board of Governors of the Giri Institute of Development Studies, Lucknow. Dr. Rajiv Kumar has wide experience of having worked in academia, government, industry, as well as in multilateral institutions. He started his academic career in Indian Council for Research on International Economic Relations, ICRIER, as a researcher during 1977-1982. He later became the director and CEO of ICRIER between 2006 and 2011. He was a professor at the Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, IIFT, and a senior fellow at the Center for Policy Research, CPR, Delhi. In the government, he was economic advisor with the Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance from 1991 to 1995, and senior consultant at the Bureau of Industrial Costs and Prices, BICP, Ministry of Finance from 89 to 91. His experience in the multilateral financial institutions was with Asian Development Bank, ADB, Manila, where he spent 10 years before returning to India in 2004. He was also the chief economist of the Confederation of Indian Industries, CII, during 2004 to 2006, and Secretary General of the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry during 2011-2013. He served on the central boards of State Bank of India for 2 terms and was also on the Central Board of Reserve Bank of India, RBI. Dr. Kumar has a PhD in economics from Lucknow University and a DPhil from Oxford University. We could not have got a better chief guest than him for the convocation today. May I now request Dr. Rajiv Kumar ji to give his convocation address. Thank you.
Namaskar. Honorable Chairman, Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Yogen Narayan, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Professor Annapurna Nautiyal, Vice Chancellors of Central Universities of the Himalayan region, eminent guests, faculty members, proud parents, and most importantly, my young friends who are starting on their lives today. It's an honor and a privilege to be addressing the 10th convocation of the HEMVATI NANDAN BAHUGUNA Garhwal University, and also to note that you are now entering the Golden Jubilee year, the 50th years
of your establishment in 1973. Congratulations. Friends, you must recognize that the Ganges Valley has been the place for centuries where people have come to earn their enlightenment, to get their wisdom, to follow pursuits of higher studies and achievements. Located in the Ganges Valley, I'm sure that the HGB and the HEMVATI Nandan Bahuguna University will also become globally recognized and will become one of the topmost universities going in the next 50 years of its existence. I wish you all the best for that. I've been a student, not very often done, of 3 universities: the Delhi University, the Lucknow University, and the Oxford University. And so that was a point really that I did not want to stop being a student, because I know how good a life that is. You are protected, you are cared for by your parents, you are looked after by your teachers who take care of all your requirements, and they watch over you in your growth going forward. And this protective state, I hope, has encouraged you to do as much learning, because that was the only task at your hand. And I'm referring to the students here. I hope you have maximized your learning to the years that you've been in this university. This time will probably never come again. And I'm confident, therefore, that you have made the fullest use of your time here in the university, in this wonderful campus that you have here and in other campuses. But friends, learning does not stop with the university. And it does not stop after being a full-time student, because it should continue throughout your life, throughout one's life. I'm sure that your years in this prestigious campus has prepared you to be a perpetual learner, to be a learner all your life. Because for me, it's a sad day even today if I don't learn a new thing on that day. And my hope is that I will be learning something new to the end of my life. And I think because learning is what distinguishes human beings from other living beings, plants and animals, who just come and they are what they are. But we are as a species different because we continue to learn. And therefore I implore you, I request you to not forget that you have to be a perpetual learner going forward. But we also know that we learn from very diverse sources. We learn from our daily life, we learn from our books, we learn from observing the nature. But perhaps the most effective way of learning happens when you observe others, when you learn from others, when you learn from their example, and especially those whom we love and respect, like our parents and like our teachers. And therefore, it is so critical that the faculty members of every university become role models and exemplars for their students. And I'm appealing and I'm referring to my faculty, esteemed faculty members here, that this is tradition which is reflected most amazingly in the Indian tradition of the Gurukuls, where the Guru, and very often his better half and his family, not only gave the students of the Gurukul the knowledge and in the art of complex reasoning, but also set for their students high ethical standards and value norms which they had to follow throughout their life. And I'm sure, therefore, that the faculty members in this prestigious universities are following the lofty example of Gurukuls of the Indian tradition, and that they will make their students far better equipped. By imparting these ethical norms and value norms, they will make their students far better equipped to handle the challenges which they are about to face as they go out of this campus and out of this protected life. And therefore, friends, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of teachers being true gurus, who not only lecture, but inspire and inculcate in their students an unending quest for inquiry, high moral values, and a nationalist spirit, which will drive them to maximize their own potential in their life. These qualities of unending quest of inquiry, high moral values, ethical standards, and the national spirit will surely bring rewards to these students. And more importantly, if we follow this, it will take our country forwards towards once again becoming the most sought after country in the world, which it was in its history going back. Ladies and gentlemen, we must realize that India, as our Honorable Prime Minister has said quite often, is on the cusp, is on the edge, on the threshold of a major historical change. And this change will take it inexorably forward towards raising its share in the global economy. And once again, that share in the global economy will correspond and will become commensurate with the share of our population in the world, which is 17.7% today and is likely to become 19 or even 20% by the end of the century. And therefore, and you must remember that our share, India's share in the world economy was about 18% already in 1850. And I refer to the work of Professor Angus Maddison, that it was 18% in 1850. It was the 200 years of colonial rule, which left us with a share of mere 1.5% at the time we became independent. So it is our job today, it is our quest today, it is our aspiration today to take India once again to have 17 or 19% of the world share as we go forward. And I think this is what made us the sought after country where Europeans came looking for us. And I'm sure by the time we attain our 100 years of independence, we will once again become a sought after country. This is the thought which is inspiring the Pehle India Foundation, which I am now chairing today, these days, to launch a project called Bharat at 100, where in that project we want to accumulate all the aspirations of the people throughout this country. It's very diverse, very large, continental-sized country where aspirations are bound to be different from one corner to the other. And in this project at Bharat at 100, we will have stakeholders, conferences, consultations across the country to get the aspirations and then to identify the challenges, and after that to try and create a national consensus on how to address these changes as we go forward. This is a very big beginning already. We are already larger than the United Kingdom, our colonial masters. We have surpassed them in the economy. And I'm sure by 2035, we'll become larger than Germany as well, and we'll be catching up with Japan. So we will be, for sure, the third largest economy, or within the first three, by 2047. Now this imposes, and this imposes a lot of responsibility on us, because as the third largest economy in the world, people will look to us and expect us to play a far more active role, an important role in finding the way forward for the global community. And I say this to my young friends, because by the time in the next 25 years, when you are at the peak of your life, when you are 45 or 50, you would have to become leaders of the global community. And that's why you must continue learning and must excel in whatever you are doing, because the world community will expect you to show them the way forward. This is already evident in the Bali summit of G20 recently concluded. It is well recognized by everybody in the world that India's imprint of the Prime Minister saying that this is not an era of war was included in the final communique, and India actually had a big role in framing that communique. So this role is going to continue. Friends, I want to point out to you that we have achieved a lot in the last 70 years. We have created a democracy, perhaps a hyperactive democracy, which is second to none in the world. Everybody looks to us for our democratic values, for our democratic institutions, which I am convinced will not be thwarted, will not be eroded by anybody who comes into office in this country. Those democratic institutions will remain strong and will become stronger. We've also achieved a very peaceful social transition. The lowest amongst us have risen to the highest positions. and we have also achieved a social harmony as we are going forward. And now, as we are embarking on our economic progress, and we are becoming the third largest economy in the world, India will serve as an example to the rest of the emerging economies in the world. And not only as an example to the emerging economies in the world, but I dare say it will become an example also to the developed economies, because what we will achieve has not been achieved by anybody in the history so far. But friends, I must also say that all this is very good, but we cannot ever underestimate the challenges that we face today in our country. These are enormous. These changes are enormous. And let me just enumerate to you a few. India is the only country in human history who will have to grow exponentially in economic terms, because we have to quadruple, we have to quintuple our per capita income from the current $2,000. We have to go at least to $10,000 or more. So we'll have to grow exponentially, but we'll have to also take care of our environment exponentially. We have to grow while being green, and that's never been done before by anybody. It's a huge challenge, and people would say that it's almost impossible, but we have to achieve it, and this is why the Honorable Prime Minister has set the target of India being net zero by 2070, and that we have to follow. Second, we also not only have to grow, but we have to grow our jobs at the same time. And in a period where artificial intelligence, AI, robotics, singularity is threatening to destroy jobs, and destroy jobs not only for the manual workers, but also for us who are doing the intellectual work. And for the first time again, it is the technological revolution where the danger is that less jobs will be created in new technologies than will be destroyed. In this context, India has to create millions of jobs for our 500 million strong workforce, on which at the moment only 44% are members of the workforce. Now, this is a much lower figure than you have in other countries, about 75, 80%. And our labor participation rate of our women is a mere 23%. That's just not possible. That's just not acceptable. It has to grow higher. And that is the challenge that we have. Not only grow, not only improve technology, not only improve our environment, but at the same time find meaningful jobs for our women and for our men as we go forward. Another challenge that we have is to modernize our agriculture sector in a very big way. Today, around 50% of our workforce is engaged in agriculture, and it produces a mere 18% of our GDP. This is the extent of our backwardness. 50% of our people producing just 15% of the output of the GDP. This has to change. It has changed in every other country where the workforce in agriculture has declined. But while doing so, while modernizing our agriculture, our option of following an industrial agricultural model, of putting in more and more chemical inputs, of mechanizing the agriculture, of making our holdings larger. Our average holding today is, for 80% is less than a hectare. We cannot follow that industrial model of agriculture that has been followed by the US and Europe. We have to find a new way of growing our agriculture, and we started this process in Niti Aayog. And I'm so glad to see the Prime Minister endorsing it in his last 15th August address, and which is that we have to adopt what I call natural farming or chemical-free farming as we go forward. That's the way to go, and that's the only way to go forward. And I'm glad to say that already 30 lakh farmers, and the farmers, friends, are the wisest of people amongst our society. They are the wisest. They've learned for centuries. 30 lakh of them in 11 states are already adopting natural farming or chemical-free farming. Zero chemical will be used. I think that's the challenge that we have today. Another big challenge that we have is to eliminate malnutrition amongst our children. The last National Family Health Survey said that about 36%, more than a third of our children are undernourished, and 28% are stunted. What does that mean? That by the time they are 3 years of age, their brain development has already been hampered, and they cannot contribute to this knowledge-intensive society. We have to eliminate that, and it's something that we can achieve. We have the talent, we have the resources. 50% of our women are anemic, simply not acceptable, and we need to change that. So friends, and finally, and this is where I say I'm here in this prestigious university to say that we have to upgrade in a very big way our higher education system. But not only our higher education system, but the entire education system, from the primary, from the kindergarten to the higher education system. We have to ensure that there are at least 20 Indian universities in the top 200 global universities in the next 20 years. If we don't do that, I'm not sure we'll be able to achieve the goals that we have set ourselves before that. And this list can be enlarged, and I don't want to do that simply because I think this is enough, these challenges, and this will take care of a lot of our efforts. So, but what we have to do to achieve this, address these challenges is that we have to create synergies between different stakeholders. Today, this is absent. I'm afraid this is not there. With the government and the industry and the civil society and the academics, all of them, they don't work in a synergistic manner. In fact, the opposite is very often true, that we look at each other with a degree of suspicion and a degree of saying that they are not doing what they're supposed to do. We have to change that. We have to come together. We have to make sure that all our stakeholders are working together in a synergistic manner to contribute to the same national cause, which is to make India the second or the third largest economy in the world and a peaceful society. And this is again a project that we have set ourselves for Pehle India Foundation. How to bring the stakeholders together on the same platform so that they can talk to each other frankly and honestly and give the feedback in a manner of mutual trust, which will contribute to the national cause. And we have to, you see, this is important, this is amazingly important, because you know what our challenge at the end is? We have to raise our per capita income 10x times, because the Prime Minister has given the call for India to become a developed economy. And a developed economy's definition by the World Bank is that its per capita income should be $20,000 per capita. Now that means a tenfold increase. How do we achieve it? How long will it take to achieve it? I think this is why these synergies are important. All of this should not, is possible because in the last 70 years, very strong foundations have already been laid by our government, by our traditions of very strong entrepreneurship, our frugal consumption habits. Indian families were known when I grew up by not wasting anything at all. We are the world's best recyclers, and we have to continue with that because ours cannot be a consumption, wasteful economy. We have always respected nature. We talk about Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, and I think this is, and we don't want to, like the Europeans or the Westerners, we don't want to exploit it or plunder nature. We want to respect it, and these are our strengths. So our strengths, I must emphasize, are one of respecting nature, of frugal consumption, frugal lives, and of very strong private entrepreneurship. And that is what needs to be encouraged if we want to achieve our goals that we have. Now, our generation, my generation, which will not be there to see India as an amazing country in 2047, has painstakingly done a lot of work. We inherited a colonial mindset where we thought everybody else was better than us and we were inferior. That is now thankfully gone. You are all now looking at yourselves, as independent India, as students, as people who will contribute to the world. And I think a glaring example of this change, is that finally in Niti Aayog and in the government of India and everywhere, you are now giving the recognition to the traditional form of Indian medicine, the Ayurveda and the Unani and the Siddha, as much as you are giving to the modern medicine. That change that is happening, that you will give these traditional practices, medical practices, as much respect and as much scope as the others, I think is symbolic of the fact that, that we are mainstreaming it, is symbolic of the fact that things are changing in our country. And we will maybe able to follow Swami Vivekananda's call, given long ago, of making India the Vishwaguru. as we go forward. But if we address those challenges, we can do that. So friends, the responsibility for making the 21st century India's century rests on your shoulders. You are already been liberated of the colonial mindset, and I'm sure you have the ambitions and the capabilities to achieve that. But for that, and this is my final appeal to you, please don't look at other models of development. Don't try to copy the Western model or the Japanese model or the Chinese model. Our ground realities are ours, and we have to make our model ourselves, because India has had a unique past, faces a unique set of challenges today, and has a unique set of strengths. And based on that, we can develop that. And I think, armed with that thought, armed with that different mindset, please go out with only one purpose, which is that you will have to serve our country, our national cause. When I was a child, when I was a student in modern school Delhi, we used to sing a bhajan called Bharat Hamara Desh Hai, Iska Rin Hum Par Bahut, और इस ऋण के खातिर हम कुछ न कुछ कर जाएंगे. I appeal to you to go out like that. All the best and Jai Hind.
ओजपूर्ण शब्दों द्वारा उपाधि धारकों का उत्साहवर्धन एवं हम सभी का मार्गदर्शन करने के लिए महोदय आपका हार्दिक धन्यवाद. अब मैं दीक्षांत समारोह के मुख्य अतिथि डॉक्टर राजीव कुमार जी एवं मंच पर आसीन सभी सम्मानित अतिथिजन से 13 विश्वविद्यालयों के भारतीय हिमालय केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय संघ द्वारा 5 नीतिगत विषयों पर तैयार नीतिगत रिपोर्ट जारी करने तथा स्वतंत्रता आंदोलन में योगदान करने वाले उत्तराखंड के कुछ अज्ञात स्वतंत्रता सेना नायकों पर आधारित पुस्तिका के विमोचन हेतु विनम्र अनुरोध करती हूँ. पुस्तिका का शीर्षक है स्वाधीनता के गुमनाम नायक गढ़वाल संभाग भाग 1 और लेखक हैं प्रोफेसर राजपाल सिंह नेगी एवं डॉक्टर सुरेंद्र सिंह बिष्ट, इतिहास एवं पुरातत्व विभाग गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय.
I'll request all the partners for the release of this.
आप सभी का धन्यवाद। इसी क्रम में मेरा तकनीकी टीम से निवेदन है कि वे हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय की स्थापना के स्वर्ण जयंती वर्ष के शुभारंभ पर विश्वविद्यालय की स्वर्णिम यात्रा को रेखांकित करने वाले वृत्तचित्र अ गोल्डन जर्नी ऑफ एचएनबी गढ़वाल यूनिवर्सिटी के सारांश को प्रदर्शित करें।
हम गढ़वाली नारी है, फूल नहीं चिंगारी है। टूट गए भाई टूट गए, जेल के ताले टूट गए। टूट गए भाई टूट गए, जेल के ताले टूट गए।
भरे जेल चाहे चले लाख गोली, चले जूझने को निहत्तों की टोली।
वर्ष 1970 के दशक में इस क्षेत्र के आम जनमानस के व्यापक एवं सांगठनिक जन आंदोलन के फलस्वरूप नवंबर 1973 में गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय की स्थापना से इस सुदूरवर्ती पर्वतीय क्षेत्र की भौगोलिक विषमताओं के बीच उच्च शिक्षा के अवसर एवं संसाधनों की सुलभता संभव हो सकी।
जीवा
हे ईश्वर, हम सब प्राणियों को ज्योति अर्थात ज्ञान प्रदान करें।
Thank you for your presentation. Now it's my distinct privilege to introduce Dr. Yogendra Narayan, Honorable Chancellor, HNB Garhwal University. Born on 26 June 1942, Dr. Yogendra Narayan held various prestigious positions during his entire illustrious career. He served as the Secretary General, Rajya Sabha, under the Vice President of India from 1st September 2002 to 15 September 2007. Earlier, he was the Defense Secretary, Government of India. He served as the Chief Secretary, Government of Uttar Pradesh from 2nd April 1998 to 18th October 2000. He held the position of the Secretary, Ministry of Surface Transport, Government of India from 1st April 1997 to 2nd April 1998. He has been the founder chairman of National Highway Authority of India and served in this capacity from March 1995 to March 1997. He also established Greater Noida Industrial Development Authority, and he was the founder chairman of authority where he served from February 1991 to 1992. Earlier, he has also served as a principal secretary to the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh from July 1982 to March 1985. Honorable Chancellor has laudable academic background. He was awarded PhD degree in 1998 for his research work, Operationalization of the Right to Information in Uttar Pradesh. He completed his MPhil degree in Public Administration in 1991 from the prestigious Indian Institute of Public Administration, Delhi, and was awarded with Professor V.K.N. Menon Memorial Gold Medal for securing first position in order of merit. He also did Diploma in Development Economics in 1980-81 from the University of Glasgow, United Kingdom, and was the topper of the course for which he was awarded international prize. Dr. Chancellor has written several books on civil services, including ABC of Public Relation for Civil Servants, Born to Serve Power Games in Bureaucracy, Civil Services, Comparison of Civil Services in USA, China, and India. And he's also published 2 books of poems and edited the famous books on the working of Rajya Sabha in India. Apart from this, he has written several articles on defense, which have been published in prominent newspapers. For his distinguished services in public administration, he was awarded the Paul Appleby Award by the Vice President of India. He continues to be active even after retirement in the field of heritage preservation. He is the Vice Chairman of Indian Trust for Rural Heritage and Development after being Member Secretary of Indian Trust for Art and Culture Heritage and also as a Chairman of the Board of Editor of Indian Institute of Public Administration, Delhi. So now request Honorable Chancellor, sir, to please deliver the presidential address. Over to you, sir.
आदरणीय सोहनलाल जी, respected Shri Ravi Kumar ji, Rajiv Kumar ji, our Vice Chancellor, Annapurna Nautiyal ji, Registrar, representatives of the Himalayan universities, members of the faculty, members of the executive committee, members of the finance committee, students, guests, and honorable legislators. I must first of all congratulate our Vice Chancellor, Annapurna ji, for organizing the convocations annually for the last 4 years. It's a great achievement compared to many other universities of this country. Convocations are occasions of introspection by the faculty, by the Vice Chancellor, by the principals of the affiliated colleges, as well as the students. It is a period of soul searching to discover whether all that we are doing is relevant to the nation and to the development and progress of our citizens. Universities are vast reservoirs of knowledge and talent. This talent must be such as to propel our country to faster stages of progress. It is true that we have developed from what we were in 1947 at the time of independence. It is true also that we are recognized as the 5th largest economy at present and proceeding towards being the 3rd largest economy by 1947. But we have progressed on the crutches provided by the West. And I repeat, but we have progressed on the crutches provided by the West and not on our own strength. We have taken advantages of the technological progress in the world outside, but we will remain followers and not leaders till we develop our own strengths through research. So research is the key to our advancement. Our Honorable Prime Minister has exhorted us to get rid of the colonial mindset, a fact which was mentioned by our chief guest also in his speech. This movement should start from the universities. Our history teachers should start teaching from the Indian perspective. Our science teachers should make students aware of our scientific achievements in the field of mathematics, the physical sciences, space, astronomy, weather forecasting, the counting of dates and years according to the Saka calendar, etc. I was very happily surprised when 2 years back I went to the Ramakrishna Mission in Calcutta, and they have compiled in 12 volumes the entire contributions of Indian science and physics and chemistry, agriculture, etc. in those 12 volumes. I had not seen such a study before. The teaching of Sanskrit should be made compulsory at all stages of education to enable our students to understand the Sanskrit text and not to understand it through the eyes and lens of Max Muller and the like. I was very glad to note today that a girl student was awarded 4 medals in Sanskrit sponsored by various organizations. This is how we need to develop and encourage the study of Sanskrit. Our economic studies in the universities should also teach our students on how to achieve high economic rates of growth. We are committed to achieve a 5 trillion economy. For this, India must grow at an annual rate of 8 to 10% and must create more jobs. The universities have to act as think tanks for the government and suggest practical solutions for the same. I am glad that the organization of Himalayan universities has been formed on the initiative of our Honorable Vice Chancellor Ji, and what it tries to do is to discover and think and research in the Himalayan areas of ecology, agriculture, etc. Becoming a developed country to wipe out all semblances of the colonial legacy of servitude with pride and a sense of understanding our Rashtriya Kartavya is what we need as the motivation for our universities and for our students. The national education policy gives us the wherewithal to realize the potential of each student. We have been given the freedom to choose our academic courses. We have also been given the opportunity to be skilled in the areas we like. At present, we have only 5% skilled people in India. And even if we had 10% of skilled personnel, our nation would attain new heights. Let us not lose this opportunity. As Albert Einstein said, learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. I appeal to all those who are teaching and all those being taught to contribute to our nation's glory. And we should ourselves think daily as to how we have done it. Have we contributed something to our nation's progress and advancement? Or have we only disrupted the fabric of our nation by our thinking of disruptive methods? It needs, as I said, continuous introspection within ourselves. And I'm sure our faculty members have instilled this in our students. It is for the students now to follow this principle and dictum. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much, sir, for your very precious and very apt presidential address.
मेरा माननीय कुलाधिपति महोदय एवं माननीय कुलपति महोदया से निवेदन है कि वे हमारे मुख्य अतिथि आदरणीय डॉक्टर राजीव कुमार जी को स्मृति चिन्ह प्रदान करें। मेरा माननीय कुलाधिपति महोदय एवं माननीय कुलपति महोदय से निवेदन है कि वे डॉक्टर्स ऑफ लेटर्स की मानद उपाधि से सम्मानित श्री सोहनलाल जी को स्मृति चिन्ह प्रदान करें। मैं माननीय कुलाधिपति महोदय एवं माननीय कुलपति महोदय से निवेदन करती हूँ कि वे हमारे कुलाधिपति महोदय डॉक्टर योगेंद्र नारायण जी को स्मृति चिन्ह प्रदान करें। आप सभी का धन्यवाद।
Now I request Dr. Ajay Kumar Khanduri, Registrar HNB Garhwal University, to present a vote of thanks.
It's our honor and privilege to present the vote of thanks on behalf of the Honorable Vice Chancellor and HNBGU family. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to the Chief Guest, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, former Vice Chairman, Niti Aayog, and Founder Chairman, Pehle India Foundation, for accepting our invitation and gracing the ceremony. We are indeed thankful to you, sir. We also thank Mrs. Binita Shankar, wife of Dr. Rajiv Kumar, who has, with her kind presence, graced the occasion and spared her valuable time. We are thankful to our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Yogendra Narayan, for his kind consent, motivation, and guidance as a guardian to our family. We are thankful to you, sir. अब मैं श्री सोहनलाल जी, हमारा प्रसिद्ध ढोल वादक, और उनकी धर्मपत्नी मिसेस कौंसी देवी को भी हार्दिक अभिनंदन कर दो और धन्यवाद कर दो कि उन्होंने जो चे ऑनर्स कॉजा लेकर आए हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी को मान बढ़ायो। धन्यवाद सोहनलाल जी और श्रीमती कौंसी देवी जी। We are gratified by the presence of Honorable Vice Chancellors, Director, and their representatives of the institutes included in Indian Himalayan Central Universities Consortium. We are thankful to you, sir. We are thankful to our public representatives, MPs, MLAs, with their team, gracing the occasion with their presence. We are obliged by the graceful presence of our Honorable Executive Council, Academic Council, and Finance Committee. We would like to extend our gratitude to the former Vice Chancellors and faculty members of the university for making the occasion adorable. We are grateful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor and Pro-Vice Chancellor for their ever leadership and motivating of the convocation-related tasks. We are sincerely thankful to Dr. D.R. Purohit, the recipient of Sangeet Natya Academy Award, by his presence gracing the occasion. Thank you very much, sir. We are also thankful to Professor Binod Notial for his kind presence and sparing his valuable time to be present in this occasion. The office bearer of the student unions deserves thanks for their kind cooperation. We are thankful to the team Pehle India who has made this event more decorative with their presence. Thank you very much Team Pele India. We thank University Vice Chancellors, representatives, directors of Wadia Institute, Dehradun, and Director NIT Srinagar. We are thankful from bottom of our heart to the conveners and members of the different committees for their tireless efforts in accomplishing the tasks related to the ceremony. We extend our thanks to our faculty members, officials, and non-teaching staff of the university for achieving the academic excellence. We are also thankful to the efforts officers and staff of District Administration of Pauri and Tehri Garhwal for their unending support. We extend our sincere thanks to the friends from print and electronic media for disseminating the positive information for the convocation among the masses. And at the last, but not the least, we the HNBVU family thanks those who have worked behind the curtain in making this event successful with their tireless efforts, and also the members of society for their kind support. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
May I now request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Annapurna Nautiyal, to declare the convocation ceremony closed with the permission of Honorable Chancellor, sir.
मैं हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा गढ़वाल विश्वविद्यालय के आज के दीक्षांत समारोह के समापन की विधिवत घोषणा करती हूँ। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now we will conclude the convocation ceremony with the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
May I now request the members of procession to move for departure.
सोनाल जी आप आइए, आप पहले आइए।
चलिए सर।
ये में भी हमारे मसला जब है
आपको लास्ट कौन खींच खींच सकते हैं ना? लो मैम, आप ही खींचने खड़े हो जाओ, फोन हटा दो। बस बस यार, मैं हटा तो खड़ी हूँ। इधर लेते ना, इधर 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 लो मैम, इधर इधर अच्छी आएगी। कौन ले रहा है? किसी बच्चे को पकड़ के।
हाँ, एक बच्चा